I am big is about sharing what's working in a big way. Sarah is one of the most bubbliest and fun-loving human beings I know. After 28 years of marriage, Sarah and her husband decided to divorce. After her divorce, Sarah felt very alone. Rather than giving up, Sarah connected to the world. Find out how. We are ready, are we, Sarah?
Yes, we are.
Welcome the lovely, laughing, funny, and the most dependable friend, Sarah.
Oh, thank you, Ayush.
Welcome. I see that you chose sangria with a
Yes.
shot of rum.
And that's because that's what we had the first party that we attended.
Yes, we did. Do you remember the first party?
How could I forget?
Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's
Okay.
talk, okay, girl. No, let's picture this.
It's just
there.
a neighborhood party.
Neighborhood party. A lot of kids, a lot of
Right.
all the families, and then here we show up, and what happens then? I'm going to let you
Right.
talk.
Well, Ayush and Yogesh come to the party a little reluctant because they just want to be good neighbors.
Yeah.
And plan on staying maybe 10 minutes, showing their face and leaving. And they were the last to leave that night, or I need to
Did
say
I even
morning.
leave that night? I
It was
did.
about
Okay.
2 a.m. They were the last people to leave the party. And it was a great welcome for Ayush and Yogesh into our neighborhood.
And very, 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 very soon, we became the best of friends.
Absolutely.
And the more people I have seen with you, the more I realize that that's what happens with everybody.
Oh.
So you have this ability to basically make the world your friend.
Well, I
It's
have
amazing.
to do that, Ayush. My father died when I was 17. I lost my mother at age 40. And my only sibling, she died after an 8-day bout with cancer. Very quick. So,
8 days.
8 days from start to finish. So I was left alone. I had just ended a 28-year marriage. And that was over, and I felt alone in life. And you have to give to receive. I've always had an abundance of friends. I've been very blessed with that. But you have to work at it. You have to reach out to people and plan things to make it happen.
Is it exhausting, though, for you sometimes to
Yes.
have so many people
It
who
is.
are...
I have so much on my calendar right now through the end of the year. It's hard to keep up with it. And I work full time, but it's what I want to do. And, you give to receive. And I have been a recipient of many, many wonderful things.
Thank you. Thank you. You mentioned earlier that, so you felt alone because,
Yes.
did you feel alone not only because of obviously losing loved ones, which is never easy, no matter what. I've lost my father, like that. But then you also talked about your divorce and your 28 years of marriage.
Yes.
Were you feeling alone in your marriage?
Oh, absolutely. We both married young, and we had different agendas. There wasn't any one person's fault to why it didn't work out. It was just the wrong connection. We had a wonderful, beautiful daughter
I
from
love her.
that.
What made you stay in a marriage for 28 years which was not working?
Lots of reasons. Basically, my religious belief in that I didn't believe in divorce. I'm an eternal optimist. Always thought there was a way
That you are.
to fix whatever there was. We worked hard to try to make it work, but when you're married to the wrong person, it just doesn't work. And so after 28 years, that was over, and I did feel alone. I didn't really know where to go in life. And so I started getting involved. I do volunteer work. We serve at Safe Harbor. It's a place where homeless people, get involved and volunteer at the hospital. Do different things to get to know people and reach out to people, which helps.
What do you say to people who are in marriages which don't work? And what do you have to, because did ending your marriage bring a lot of positivity in your life? Is that what it is?
It did. It truly did. And there were many positive things about the marriage. And I'm sure a lot of women, I'm not the only person that's ever been in that situation. You just regroup, you count your blessings, you look at the things in life that are important and move forward in that direction.
Is that really what you feel?
Absolutely.
Wow. Wow. So how did it end, if you don't mind me asking? How did the marriage end?
The marriage in
Just one day you guys decided to end it?
right.
Or?
We had talked about it previously, of course, because of many differences that we had. And it ended rather abruptly, but it was the best thing that could have happened. Truly.
Well, cheers to that.
Absolutely.
Cheers to that. So I guess that is life after divorce.
There is life after divorce. And now I have a wonderful husband
Let's talk about that.
Totally connected with.
Talk about the... he's a rock. He's sitting right here.
He is very much a rock.
You know, and he's been here through the entire... I mean, honey, when you and I party... I mean, look, everybody, we're a little hungover, so I think that's why we're tired. But the truth is, it's hard to keep up. And it's hard to keep up with us, right?
It is hard to keep up.
And just emotionally. We are...
There's a lot of energy there.
A lot of energy. When you got divorced, did you know you were going to meet somebody? Did you want to meet somebody? I mean, what was the process like?
I was just lost for a little while. I had turned to my career, totally. And then, all of a sudden, the career went away.
What were you doing?
I was doing some work with a communications company in Texas.
Okay.
And through downsizing, I was affected by that. So truly, I was wandering there alone for a while, and I had to get a grip, and I had to, focus on my friends and relationships that made me happy.
So, how did you meet Sam?
Well, after I divorced, I lived in Texas. And there were always friends trying to fix me up with people.
I'm not surprised.
And I had several dates with different people, and it was just a drag, you know. I thought, no, I'm just not ready for this. Yeah. So I was okay. I had engaged in another career and had my wonderful friends and my daughter and her family and children. So life was good.
That's great. Well, cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Absolutely.
And then take a sip, and then let's talk about Sam. I want to get into the details.
You're a detail man.
Oh, you heard that? Okay, so tell us. So then what?
Well, actually, I met Sam one Sunday morning. I'm a lifelong Methodist. I've always gone to the Methodist church and been very involved there, and Sam too. And Sam had a marriage very similar to mine. He was married 30 years. He has one wonderful daughter and one wonderful grandson, too, from his marriage. And we had a lot of similarities.
Question for you. Would you still be as positive and so much fun and so loving and positive towards the world and making the world, you hug the world, Sara. You do.
Well, the world hugs me.
You got it. We hug the world hugs you back. Would you have the same positivity if you were still single? I will not say the word alone because we're never alone. Alone is a choice. But if you hadn't met Sam or would be single right now, how different would your life be, or would it matter?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that because I think who we are today is made up of where we've been in life. And everything that's happened along the way is a part of who we are. So I can't answer that question.
As you said, like, we are who we are because of where we have been.
Yes.
And do you see the southern accent coming on?
Have you met
another Indian guy with a southern accent?
No.
How is that experience?
I love it.
You love it.
Yes.
Do you love my voicemail?
Yes.
Okay, tell everybody about it.
Okay, Ayesh will come in. He'll go, Sam, sandwich. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. With
No,
his southern accent.
no, really. But I think what you just said, sometimes in life, you choose on the positive, on what's happened and what's not, in general, period, right?
Yes.
And you move on with that, and you almost compartmentalize everything else, and you learn from it,
Oh, yeah.
and you reflect and be grateful, but you just kind of almost, not saying that put it away, not to deal with it, but just kind of say, okay, accept it, acknowledge it, and move on.
Move on. There's good times and bad times in life with every situation. And you just focus on those good times.
Focus on the good times. So here it to good times. Here is to the wonderful Sara. Here is to my mother from the South.
Absolutely.
Here is to a friend who is larger than life.
Yes.
Thank you for making me feel so big all the time.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Ayush.
I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you.